Welcome to our Ayurvedic talk. We're going to actually start talking about Kapha season. We are moving into Kapha season. Kapha season is dominated by the elements of water and earth. So what does that mean? It means that in the atmosphere, those elements are going to become dominant. So that means there will be more moisture and there will be more of a heaviness. It is something to start thinking about when you move towards the peak of winter. You actually want to start thinking about Kapha season, which is the spring. Kapha stage of life is when we are the beginnings of our life, and that is when we have growth. We're growing, and there's plenty of fluids, and there's plenty of flesh, and it's a very vibrant, lively time. It's all about growth. However, what often happens in the wintertime as we start moving into Kapha season, a lot of times people just have some things that they do, habits that they do. Some of them are cultural, and they don't support you in the Kapha season, and people get colds. So we're going to actually talk about colds, like flus and colds, and what happens. Why are we getting colds in the spring, in the late winter and spring? Well, here's why. It's cold, and when you eat things that are cold, you actually are going to cause a cold. It's literally what is happening in your body. You're causing stagnation. You're causing your system to shut down. So as we move into spring, we're moving into Kapha season. Kapha's tendency when it goes out of balance is stagnation. It gets stuck. It gets stagnant. It doesn't move. How do we support Kapha? How do we help Kapha? We help it by stimulating. If you eat cold things, you do the opposite. I want to talk a little bit about this because I have a lot of clients who are getting ready to do the spring cleanse. I have a few clients that are dealing with some Kapha imbalances, and they're being told by their personal trainers, well, you need to have a green drink with protein in the morning and you need to do all this. Well, that's fine. You can have those drinks, but not cold. And they're having them cold. We're not aware in the West about how these elements impact us. Most people don't even know why they get colds. Yes, you can get run down and get a cold. Yes, you can get exposed to viruses and bacteria, but we're getting exposed every day anyway. And so why is it that sometimes you get exposed and you actually get sick and sometimes you don't get? Well, it's your immune system. It's your digestion. If your digestion is weak, your immune system will be weak. Okay, so remember, digestive system is the most important system in your body. And if you have a Kapha digestive system, it means you have lack of appetite. It means that you are skipping meals. It means that you have sluggish digestion. You just feel heavy and lethargic. That's what's typically happening. And there's excess of mucus potentially, excess of food. So here's what you want to do to support yourself so that you don't get a cold in the Kapha season. First off, nothing cold in the morning. During the first thing in the morning from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. is the Kapha time of day. It means the elements that are moving the biorhythms of that time of the day are heavier. They are heavy and cool. That's Kapha time of day. And so you want to do the opposite. You want to have warm tea, lemon with tea. If you are feeling heavy or you had a big meal the night before, then you want to wait as long as possible to where you eat. Because if you eat a heavy breakfast after you ate a heavy meal the night before, you're going to slow down digestion even further. So we want things to be lighter as we move into spring. That means you eat a little lighter. You would, if you are a constitution that can do it, you can do a little bit of a fast in the morning, especially if you ate a big meal the night before. Okay, so nothing cold, nothing iced. It's an addiction that we have here in the West. It is not a healthy health. It's not healthy. No more ice. We got to get ice out of our diets because it slows everything down and it causes sluggishness, and it actually can contribute to contracting a cold. Okay, so no more ice, no more cold drinks, especially during kapha time of day, first thing in the morning. All right. Then the other thing that happens when you have an excess of kapha, you can also have an excess of pitta, which is the fire element, and they move into the head, and they cause stuffiness, and they cause development of just like you get clogged up. So if you are in a dry climate like we are here in the mountains, get a humidifier, and you want to have warm humidifier, not cool. You want it to be warm because cool is kapha season. Remember the elements of water and earth. They're cold and heavy. So you don't want to contribute to that. You want warmth, stimulating. Saunas are a great idea, infrared sauna, or even steam rooms. If you don't have a sauna, you can do steam room as long as it's hot. Okay, therapies that help if you have headaches, stuffiness, coughs, mucus, nausea, hoarseness, heaviness, fever, fatigue. If your mind is clogged, so you have foggy brain, it means that your coordination between the mind and the body becomes fogged as well. So the mind gets foggy, and that's going to cause, like, you just kind of feel off in your body. They're connected. And then just respiratory issues can start happening. So what do you want to do? You want to do reducing foods. You want to go into what they call a kapha reducing diet. Okay, so kapha reducing means you want light food and warm, just like I said. Even pungent can be appropriate as long as you're not a fire element person. So if you're high pitta, you can't have the pungent foods, no hot and spicy. Okay, but warm and light, simple foods like khichdi or broth soups, no dairy or herbal tonics. So you can't have any herbs like Chyawanprash, sweet and nourishing for the body. That's the opposite of what you want. Nourishing means it's increasing kapha, so increasing kapha activities. That means sitting around, sleeping too much. You want to get out and take a walk, move your lymph, get your circulation going. That's what kapha needs. If you're strong, you can do a little bit of a fast and maybe even do a little bit of a purge, but you'll need to reach out to me for that. Tea with lemon is fantastic, or fresh ginger, definitely fresh. And also tiny bit of raw honey, but not in boiling hot water because you then convert it into a sugar. So you want it to add the raw honey when your tea is a little more warm, not boiling hot. And what that does is that little bit of honey will help also reduce excess kapha. Okay, sweat therapy is advised. Like I said, the sauna is fantastic. It'll help with getting things moving and helping you to get the mucus out. You want to use herbs that are going to help get things out. So expectorant types of herbs. So cinnamon, ginger, pipali, tulsi, licorice, Stita Pilati. I tell everybody about Stita Pilati. It is one of the most fantastic Ayurvedic blends out there. Tina just purchased Stita Pilati. I know because she texted me and said, "Is this the stuff?" It is. It's fantastic. It really works. It's not only going to help you prevent colds and flus, it's going to build your immune system. So it's doing all of that. It's fantastic. It's really, really good. Steam tents are very good. If you have those individual steamers, fantastic, as long as it gets hot. It needs to be hot. And sleeping under a lot of blankets to promote sweat. It's useful if you don't have anything else. All right. Saunas are fantastic. So get yourself a sauna or get into a sauna, get to the gym that has a sauna. All right. If you have any questions, reach out to me. And this is just a way of preventing the spring colds and flus. That's a kapha cold and flu. And I'm talking a bit about it because I've literally had 2 clients in the last week being told by their trainers to have cold foods, except that it's going to actually be counter to what they need. You don't want to have cold foods, cold drinks, cold protein drinks, cold anything, especially in the spring. Okay, so that's our talk for tonight. If you have any questions, reach out to me. And it's so nice that we have all of this Ayurvedic wisdom that we can read and draw upon and learn from. It is stuff that's been around for thousands of years. And here it is still supporting us, right? Because we're all part of nature. Okay, so we're going to do a really incredible practice tonight. This practice is going to help open up everything from here up. Oh my God, it's going to support colds and flus. Let's do it.